If you don't know, man, you tuned in to Let's Yap About It. Even though I don't talk much, he got something to say. Stuck emotions out now.
Walk outside, make sure y'all tap in with Let's Yap About It podcast, man. The real dynamic.
Let's Yap About It. Let's Yap About It. Yap About It podcast. Starring Ralo A.K.A. Let's Yap About It. Let's Yap About It. Let's Yap. Let go. Let's Yap. We in the mix. Fit too savage. Let's Yap About It. Content was so living, had to pray for all of my children. Now the whole world be listening. Talk to niggas from prison, spoke how they was living, how the COs be tripping. Rappers losing on the back end because promoter dudes keep dipping. Seen the show when the dude started out of bloods, then start crippin'. Stripper niggas stop tipping, out of game niggas stop flipping. Bad attitude, so he had to move just to keep his ass out of prison. Seen a show about a young hoe, fucked on a sister, man, no apology. Let's yap about it. If the bitch come around me, shit, she can holler at me. Check my Instagram, she was following me, cause she knew I be where them dollars be. Rapid funds, but I keep it going, I fuck you up, no apologies. Too savage like music.
What's up? What up, y'all? We are back, man. It is so much going on in the city. Absolutely. Listen. We are back today, man. Listen, we got so much going on. Man, there's so much going on, especially when it comes to these YouTube streets. Everybody's an expert on ratting. Everybody's an expert on snitching. Right now, Ralo's up in arms, 50 Cent canceling shows. We got Big Meech who's made statements. We got Blue Da Vinci up in odds about things. Man, we got so much to talk about tonight. Listen to me. This is for your friends. Listen to me. Get everybody to join the show. We're going to talk about this once and for all, and I'm going to give an interesting perspective on it tonight. Listen, all you keyboard crips, I want you to understand something. All you keyboard crips, blogging bloods, mousepad mobsters, and all you so-called quote-unquote expertise on about who's ratting, who's making a proffer agreement, who's making a 5K1. Listen to me. This is the show for you. You want to chime in, by all means. I'm going to put the information in the chat. If you want to come up, you want to speak on it, by all means. We're going to make this history tonight. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people talking. Everybody's a FBI agent nowadays. Everybody's a fucking DEA agent. So this is your chance for you to come forward and you can put your spin or you can put your perspective on it. Me personally, we're going to talk about it and we're going to give some interesting perspectives on it. So without further ado, man, welcome to the Let's Everybody podcast. You already know you're going to hear it here live and direct, full in effect, just for you, the people, because without you, the people, this would not be possible. Oh, yeah. But we're going to bury this shit once and for all, man. And that way we ain't got to talk about it no more. And then everybody can, you know what I'm saying, take their, participation trophy on about who's a rat and who's not, right? But without further ado, Big Meech, is there paperwork or not? Everybody's trying to be a fucking detective on what he's doing behind the scenes. The BMF show has been canceled. Now there are a lot of rap moguls in the rap game is at odds because of the alleged cooperating with the federal government. Why? We're going to talk about that. Now, we also want to bring this to the forefront, too. We're going to talk about this tonight. To snitch or not to snitch, that is the question. Come up, speak your piece on the snitching allegations and to why this is a new thing. Y'all got the floor. I'm going to sit back, relax, and I want to hear y'all perspectives tonight. And I also want to talk about this. Ralo is fuming after everyone is in support because everyone is supporting Big Meech. Ralo made a statement on how all of the rappers are supporting Big Meech after his alleged cooperation through third party, and no one supported him after he came home with an alleged telling. Also, good news. The verdict is in. The verdict is in. Listen, ASAP Rocky was facing a long time in prison over a dispute. ASAP Rocky friend testified against him in court, and it may have hurt him. But we go over the verdict today, and guess what? He is a free man. He was chose not guilty. Big victory. Big victory. And I'm gonna go over some things about that too. I'm also talking about this, man. Southwest, your favorite airline. Man, listen, the job cuts are a part of the plan by the airline slash costs and transform the company into a leaner, faster airline, according to CEO Bob Jordan. We talking about that. And something that y'all don't like to talk about. We're gonna talk about some high vibrational shit. Korea plans underwater base off Ausland by 2027. Is America behind or is Asia on the brink of another dynasty? We're going to talk about that tonight. But listen to me. I wanted y'all to tap in with me. Listen, if y'all ever need marketing or anything, DM me, $10 promos. And then also, before we talk about this too, I'm going to throw him in the mix too. Listen, if you ever get a chance, man, listen to me. If you ever get a chance, I'm going to talk about them real quick, man. Listen. Y'all see the bottom of the screen. This is one of my favorite spots. Definitely go on over there. Tell them Rob the Prob sent you. Tell them Podcast sent you. They definitely gonna take care of you. One of the best Thai spots that you could ever go into in the city, especially out there in Baytown. Shout out to Baytown, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite places to hang out at. The food, the drinks, the ambience, everything is cool over there. Listen to me. Everything's a 4.9 on the Google rating. Tap in over there. Tell them Rod the Proud sent you. But then I also want to remind y'all this too. Now, it was a whole bunch of things being said, but a lot of people forgot about this. Everybody was mad at him. But I want to ask this question too. Does the world owe Blue Da Vinci an apology? Blue Da Vinci was speaking on this months ago and nobody believed him. So was he in the right the whole time? So without further ado, we want to start this motherfucking show off right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to probably be some some slugs thrown tonight, but it is what it is. And we're going to put out everything that needs to be said tonight, and we're going to leave this shit alone once and for all. I personally didn't give a fuck about who's a rat and who's not ratting, as long as you stay the fuck away from them. And honestly, if you actually stay the fuck away from them, you ain't got to worry about shit about that type of shit. So, yeah. I'm going to say it because everybody's else scared to say it. But nonetheless, let's get this show started. Big Meech, is there paperwork or not? The BMF show has been canceled. Now there's a lot of rap moguls in the rap game at odds because of the alleged cooperating with the federal government. Why? And I'm gonna show y'all something very interesting. How some things have taken a turn, and the only person sometimes that can make sense out of a situation is the person that has probably found redemption. And I want to go over this, and I want to just give you an example about what the fuck I be talking about when you in the streets. And let me give y'all some raw and shit, man. I want you kids to listen, okay? Before I play this, what you got to understand is everybody doesn't believe what you believe in. Everybody's not made of the cloth that you're made in. If you're in the streets, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are in the streets right now, the streets have no fucking value at this point in it. Let me tell you something. If you are in the streets and you don't have a direction or plan to get the fuck out, bro, you already lost the game. The streets are not made for you to go into them and to dive in them and to treat that shit like a 9 to fucking 5. You can see the end results on it. And even if you do come home, stand up and honorable, there's always going to be somebody negative to say some shit or to throw dirt on your name. And understand that the federal government does whatever the fuck that it wants. And guess what? Even the federal government, and I'm going to take y'all back. If you ever pay attention to the war on drugs, All of that bullshit was orchestrated by the powers that be, and they still controlled it. Because guess what? Every time you look at somebody, even the DEA and everybody in the federal government cooperated on bringing down some of the black people, some of the Hispanics, all the colored people always get accounted for. There's never no white counterparts that actually get convicted. When you understand that the rules of engagement are created by those in the powers that be, you have no say so, you have no control, you have no power. You playing a game that's controlled by them, and they don't even play by the same motherfucking rules. But I'm gonna show you what it's like for you to have to prove your point to the world, which personally everybody that's on this motherfucking internet could personally give a fuck about, because they gonna rest easy at night knowing the fact that they probably ain't told, or probably have told and got paperwork. And let me educate you real quick. Most of the people that you hang with, your cousins, your uncles, mothers, and fathers, got paperwork on them. Y'all forget, you forget that if the FBI infiltrated Martin, they infiltrated Malcolm, they infiltrated Fred Hampton, they infiltrated everybody that actually had some type of fucking power. And understand that the FBI and the DEA and everybody else don't work in accordance to black people. Check this out. I want y'all to see this, and I want you to see what it means for you to have to explore and have to actually prove your point, which nobody gives a fuck about. I'm gonna let y'all see Big Meech. Y'all check this out, and you tell me if this is a life worth living, having to prove yourself constantly to a world who don't give a fuck about you. Y'all check this out, man, for real.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amarant Arena, February 13th.
Since then, that show has been canceled. All the rappers that was ready to put their arms around them, which they were going to use Big Meech for clout, they don't give a fuck about Big Meech. This is all about a money play, and this is all about actually who all these rappers who probably been cold for the last 6 fucking months, they still want to come to the forward and bring relevance to their name. But without further ado, I'm gonna have my boy come up here, chime in on some things, man. Listen. I'm bringing my boy up here in just a second. I'm waiting for him to come on up, and we're gonna talk about this. Now, I'm gonna say this. For those who are paying attention, Big Meech had to get up here and explain himself. Real niggas don't do no explaining. Always remember that. Shout out to them though. And without further ado, I'm already bringing him up here. Definitely, man. My boy, man. Shout out to Timbo the King, man. For real. We doing this live, full in effect, live and direct, man. Let the people know, man. And also, let them know your handle too, man, so everybody can know where to get you
Man, at Timbo the Great. TIMBO underscore THA underscore GR number 8, man. One and only, baby.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Hey,
Now,
man,
you see the topic.
You hit the nail on the head.
Big Meech, is there paperwork or not? The BMF show has been canceled. There's a lot of rap moguls in the rap game at odds because of this alleged cooperation thing with the federal government. Why?
It's no paperwork, man. It's a wild goose chase. It's a what other phrase they say? Wild goose chase. It's witch hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that third party shit gonna keep them on the wraps. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of it, man. They made a pipeline where boys can do that and stay under that covering of, well, my name ain't on them. But hey, man, I've been listening to them Cuffy interviews, man. Shit sounded real shaky, man. You know what I'm saying? Real shaky. Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, man, look, man, the Bible tell you, man, it's some things worse than death, right? I feel like it's one of them things, man. You had an honorable name. Like you was the standard. We couldn't use Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas snitched. In the movie, they try to make it like he just told the police, but he actually told them, right? Nicky Barnes. Nicky Barnes. It's certain people like it was like, damn man, they was him, but they wasn't him, right? You was the one they could say, oh, he even did 20 some years. What's the dude that just died recently?
Rayful Edmonds.
Right, he did 20 some years, but he was a known rap. You know what I'm saying? Like you was the standard, and man, to come home to support all the fall apart like this, man, it's crazy. You should have came home, kept the mystique, kept your mouth closed. 50 and Ross beefing. I'm not getting that. This my son's boss. I'm gonna roll with it. And we're gonna let that be it, man. Sometimes, man, dudes done they bigger in the program. And what you gotta understand, man, 50 understands one thing. It don't matter how gangster you are or none of that shit. Money rules the world, though. And that drug money you had, that's big. This man got legit funds to pull resources to uncover a whole lot of shit, man. Whether there's some bullshit or not, we don't know. But the fact that the streets are questioning them, that's enough.
And to piggyback off what you said, that right there, that jacket of third party, it lingers around your name. See, what we don't understand, and I'm talking to you civilians, when they like to get involved in these type of things, your life is at risk. You don't understand. Third party cooperation can put your ass in jail. Not just the main kingpin or whoever, it can put anybody. When you have a third party, anybody can gather enough intelligence and they can build a case around you. Just to say, even if you dropped off half of a pound, that could formulate an investigation and an indictment on your black ass. And to everybody that's sitting around saying that they would do that time, and I want them to understand this too. A lot of y'all say what y'all would and what y'all wouldn't do. But when that pressure cooker is on, when they got everybody compiling evidence up against you, including friends, oh man, family, girlfriend, mama, daddy, oh yeah, that pressure bust pipes, and a lot of you niggas gonna tell. It was something that you said when we was having this conversation, man, and we was talking. What was the main thing that you said about when you actually make a statement? What did you say about that?
I mean, she make a statement, man. This that. Like everybody know, man. Look, true, false, whatever the case may be, man. You're not supposed to say nothing. You're not supposed to point in no direction, even if it's the wrong direction. Not giving no direction, man. And I'm saying this simply up. Over the weekend, right? I was in Chicago. Shout out to Shower. Shout out to the shop. I'm out there, I'm keeping Chicago. And, you know, I don't know what a lot of places are. You know what I'm saying? I know what some places are, but I don't know what a lot of places are. So I would find myself at times, you know, when you're looking in a crowd, it's like, who can I really relate to, right? So I see a couple young cats with dreads, or you know, just black people. Period. I seen a black stout at a restaurant and saying I seen a black stud tatted up, so I felt like okay, like she kind of, you know, on the way, like you know, people I know. So I'm like, man, what's the spots, man? What's with the boo? And she kind of looked at me and she was like, oh, no, I don't want to go out. That was the answer. Oh, I don't want to go out. Went away. She on the other side of the restaurant. I guess for maybe 10 minutes she peeped, you know, peeped me with the boo saying like, okay, like this nigga, he must not be from out here. She made her way back to the table. And 10 minutes later, was like, hey, you ain't from here, huh? I was like, nah. She pointed me in the right direction. The thing is, skepticism though. Like, hey man, I don't know what you own. Hey, who that not. Like people, a motherfucker just shouldn't freely just give information. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit go. You know what I'm saying? Even with books, authors, man, you gotta go buy the book to get the information. You know what I'm saying? I understand Southern hospitality, and that's why a lot of people in the South are so behind because we don't realize the importance and the value of zipping it. You know what I'm saying? New York got a whole different dimension. New York got a different demeanor in her. Baltimore, Philly, it's a certain shit. Whether them niggas rap behind closed doors, whatever they do, I'm saying the demeanor itself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
totally different.
I think what you just said, the demeanor is totally different, you know. And when you all in, you all in. When you all out, you all out. There ain't no half stepping. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the greatest songs ever. There ain't no half stepping. And here's the thing: keeping your mouth closed in certain situations. When you look at the model, right? And let's just be honest, black culture is loud, braggadocious. Man, we like to be known for everything. And you see what got him indicted. He said that billboard, you know what I'm saying? That billboard was one of the biggest things that made them point in his direction. So when we get to talking about who telling and who yelling, man, it could be your goddamn self, bro.
Ain't but look wrong. They never want to take that accountability. These people want to be on your shit because they had Terry to the good. They had Terry on so many wild tech. They could have picked up Terry at any given time. Terry's on tape probably right now can reach off. Like Terry was just all the way out the mind. But the thing is, man, let me tell you something, man. So far, no further, man. At some point, you got to decide, man, dude, I done ran this up. How far you think you're finna go with this shit, son? Even at the casino, man, you done busted the casino open for 25 hours. You finna stay there till you make 100 million? Like, man, what you're doing, it's time to leave. Sometimes, man, dudes don't know when it's time to walk away. That's why I respect people talk shit about the dude, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, guys who didn't get rings, but them niggas knew when to walk away. You know what I'm saying? It never became embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know when it's time to get your ball and run, man. It's cool you had a good run, let it go. That's another thing. If anybody out there, I don't you know I'm not speaking on nobody business. You scamming, you hustling, whatever you're doing. Hey man, you done got this far, you done got away sky clean. Trust me, this is your sign up right here. Like,
That's that old saying we always say, man, hold what you got. You got to know when to hold them.
hey,
You got to know when to
hold
fold
the
them, bro.
phone.
Man, because you got to understand, like you said, this is not a career thing. You know what I'm saying? When is enough is enough. You've made enough money to actually put yourself in a position. And I want to bring up something very interesting too. When we talk about Big Meech, and everybody likes to play these Italian mobsters. What people don't understand that, and this is the game that the federal government plays. How America won World War II was getting in bed with the Italians. See, the mobsters and the gangsters used to control the import and exportation of the olive oil industry and things like that. So when we invaded for World War II to win World War II, we had to get in bed with some people that we didn't want to get in bed with, right? So we had to make a deal. We had to strike deals for them to be able to use their barracks and to use their places to where we could land our ships so that we could invade. So in exchange, in a deal, they allowed the Italians to come here and to get their piece of the American pie. So that's why you see a lot of Italians in a lot of the places that you've seen where the mob worked, La Costa Nostra, they were able to bring in the drugs. They were able to bring in their imported goods and things like that so that they could operate. And they operated so long until you got to the point of where even they got loud and they didn't like it with John Gotti. And then John Gotti became the Teflon Don, and then he was actually on the cover of the New York Times and all of the magazines. And then that's when the target of the mob became numero uno to the FBI and the DEA agents. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the crime families, all of the five families and that were a part of La Costa Nostra, that right there sunk them. And then guess what? Since then, have you heard of the Italian mob since Teflon Don went down?
And that's what I'm saying. People do it to themselves, man. A nigga will be flying down the street, get pulled over by the cops, and say, "Hey man, why you pulling me over?" Like they don't get it. Niggas will be posted up in front of the corner store. I see you when I'm coming out on the street. I see you out there and see what you doing. At the little time I'm at the red light, I see what you doing. You think these people don't know what you doing? And then they'll flip out, they go, man, nah, man, they fucking with a nigga with the move. Ah, man, look, you doing it to yourself. See, but I noticed even about this, and this not a bash on this. Like even when I just said what I said earlier about, how we move down south, blah, blah. I'm from the south, I live in the south. But it just, man, you gonna have to adopt some mentalities, man, because if you lined up Malcolm and you lined up Martin, who do you feel like you could slap and get away with? Down south versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's gonna be it's gonna be some smoke behind it. The thing is, we love to popularize our meetings, right? Oh, I'm hosting a seminar, everybody pop out. I'm gonna be talking about this and this, I'm selling my books, and who, notice, man, we gotta advertise everybody, post my flyer, woo. Man, when the people have their meetings, man, you don't even know what's going down. And this big things popping in the meetings, man. They can sit there meeting up for the weekend. Oh, hey, it's Thursday. Hey, Saturday. Hey, we all need to get together. Let's get some coffee. Let's get some wine. Hey, we need to tell you we got some shit down here. And the thing is, in the course of the meetings that we do have, it's a show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing is moving the needle for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they trying to tell you on how to get money or whatever the case may be, it's a bunch of theatrics. You gonna still leave the kind of wondering like, okay, like, what's going on? Like, hey, what we supposed to be doing? Like, man, we gotta properly learn how to have meetings. We gotta properly learn how to strategize. We gotta properly learn how to coexist, period. Because it's something you say all the time. I used to get mad at you when you said, I'm like, man, well, you can't feel like it. But it was true. When you say, man, black people just need to stay the fuck away from each other. Because nothing conducive comes from it. Did you just see the Waffle House video I just sent you?
Man.
Did you see people on Valentine's Day?
Come on. Come on.
Like, come on, man. Like, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I think when I said that, and I truly understood, and shout out to Dr. Neely Fuller who passed away. You know what I'm saying? Wrote one of the greatest books of all time that should be in every home. He understood that when black people come together, we like to play. We like to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Every other ethnic group on this planet comes together to do business. See, right now, even though we're in the entertainment industry, we are doing business, right? And what we got to understand that is when we conducting our business, everybody can't sit at our motherfucking table. Everybody can't comment on our situation, our business at hand. And most definitely, when we talking business at this table, this business is to stay at this table alone. That's the difference, bro. And that's what I learned from you when we had these conversations and we talking, bro. None of it. Because a lot of times people try to infiltrate. And then that's how they infiltrated Malcolm and Martin. A lot of these people don't understand when you have these conversations, some of these conversations fly over people's head and they aren't mentally, financially, or even emotionally ready to have these type of conversations. So a lot of times it could be like, I'm talking astrophysics to a prostitute. That just ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, iron sharpens iron. And guess what? If we got dull people in our circle, we ain't gonna never be able to be sharp. And shout out to everybody who have them private conversations that want to do better, that want to transition to something greater, and don't want to be just average, but they do want to be above average.
Right. That goes for the Marlins of the world, the Fat Joes of the world, and all these people that we feel like, oh yeah, they invited to the cookout. Say, man, you better recognize an imposter when you see one. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, one last thing. We not letting no on hearts in our nation denomination, baby. It ain't going down.
he's at odds. You know what I'm saying? He feels like everybody went to support him, and then now he ain't made no statements, and he's feeling like he should be the head Negro in charge. But my question is this, and I want to play this for the audience so y'all can see exactly why people that in that type of life always have to do a whole bunch of explaining. They always got to come out and say something, and they always got to prove their point on their name. Check this out, y'all. Y'all be the judge. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be right, but we want to talk about this situation. Check Ralo out and what he's speaking on. For real, for real.
I was laying on you go do that show. Y'all wasn't gonna hear the last of it out of me. I go on there, lie to the feds, and get called a rat. But yet, y'all got a saying he did 20-something years for a dude. I don't have a Tammie Cowens. I don't have a Cuffy. I don't have a alleged person saying that Ralo got him locked up. Never have, won't ever be. But however, I couldn't even get a nigga to tell Ralo happy birthday. But this nigga was ready, dying to go get on that stage. And let's get it clear. If 50 would have never went up on Shouting.
You see, everybody got something to say. You know what I'm saying? He came home, you know what I'm saying, got caught with all them pounds, and he's home. He said that he actually made a lie and told a lie to the federal government just for him to be able to come home. Now, shout out to one person, I want to bring it up, and that was you. And one of the things that we said earlier when we talked about this way back in the day is, was you or was you not supposed to make a statement? And guess what? You said it loud and clear that you wasn't supposed to make a statement.
False, real, whatever the case may be. Cooperate. And that's how you talking to cooperate. But
Is for the sake of namesake, even if your name is smutty, you still gonna try to take that and you're gonna try to spin it and you're gonna try to flip it into an opportunity to try to at least say, and this is what I get from people who talk like that. Well, I know I said something, but it ain't like how he said, so that should clear my name. Nah, bro. You're not supposed to say nothing at all. When you go in there, you're supposed to be a person of your word. You knew the crime, so guess what? You got to do the time. There's a 50-50 chance that you could come out winning, and there's a 50-50 chance that you could come out losing. So guess what? At the end of the day, take your lick, handle your business, go to get your mail, get your commissary, and then guess what? Fight that motherfucking appeal in the law library. Shout out to the dudes that's fighting still to this day, man. That is, bro.
10 toes, 9 toes, 8 toes, however many you got, then you got to stand on the motherfucker.
Come on, man. It's
Hey, man,
supposed to
we'll
be
up here
like,
and see if you was down with being up when they was up. You got to be down with being up when they done. That's just how it is, man. Say, man, check it out, man.
talk to them, man. Talk to these niggas, man.
If you go in there, that is TV, bro. You chose it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas gotta know what comes with the game. Even if you down to go do a robbery, in your mind, you better be down like a bit of murder. Because if other baby mama pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she like 38. She older. And he paid her like, "I don't get that divorce." She didn't get. She want to keep the baby. And she released a text message of him telling her, like, "Hey, you about to bring a baby to the world like that, and I'm reporting like I told you I didn't want this baby." You know what I'm saying? Now I went through the comment section. I seen people like, "Oh, if you didn't want the baby, should have put a condom on." That's very true. But at the same time, how come women can choose if they don't want the baby, they can just get an abortion, right? But he's verbally saying, "Hey, I don't want this baby." Why the court's gonna force him to be a part of it?
Well, let's get to it, man. Let me cook real fast. The reason that it's like that.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Heavy on the Bel Air. Shout out Meech. Shout out Terry. You mad at Terry? You mad at Meech? You mad at this one? You mad at Stars? You mad at bro? Bro. Nobody don't owe you no loyalty. Yo, y'all niggas did business. The money was made. We moving on. Niggas is moving on from you, bro. You not the big homie. What are you talking about, man? Meech, salute, man. Do your thing. Throw your parties. Get right. Get money, man. Yo, oh, now he's a rat. Now he's a rat. You knew all this shit before all this shit happened. You still want to stop it, man. Yo, listen, man. This dude is being exposed, and a lot is going down, man. It's a lot about to unfold in the next 2-3 months, man. I know everything, bro. I got all the inside scoops. I know everything that's going on behind the scenes. Niggas already been put me on to what the man. Listen, man. Either get down or lay down, man. Get with the winning.
I told you, every time we get ready to talk about something positive, man, it seems like, man, the powers that be, bro, they do not.
Go hand over your pocket, nigga.
Man, straight up, man.
Hey man.
This
Hey
is
man,
crazy, dog.
it's too real for TV, baby. But
Man,
guess
come
what?
on.
The revolution will be televised.
It,
Huey P. Newton, baby. They talking
man,
about Black History, man.
man,
Huey P. Newton, man.
Huey
Well, do your
P.
homework,
Newton.
man.
Man, come on, dog. Talk to him, man. Listen to me. Listen, we talk. Listen, I wanted to bring everybody up to speed. ASAP Rocky, not guilty. You know what I'm saying? ASAP Rocky, not guilty.
Hold on. He beat the case.
He beat the case, bro. He
What?
beat the case, dog. He definitely beat the case.
I was saying, even with the video footage.
And even with the video footage, man, he stood up 10 toes down, man.
Hey, man, everybody say the crazy was going to trial. Damn. I ain't know that. Damn. Shout out to ASAP, baby.
Man,
H-Town influence, man.
yeah, straight up, man. I'm glad he's home. You know what I'm saying? He's back to the kids. Guess what? It's time to get back into your business endeavors. Man, it's time to get back into your music. It's time to get back into that bag. Shout out to him, though, man.
Hey, man, streets is dead, man. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you this. Leave all them ASAP niggas alone. ASAP.
Man,
Yeah.
straight up. If we ain't doing business, if we not conquering nothing, man, we need to stay far away from each other as possible.
I'm talking about 8 acres away. You know what I'm saying?
Look, even if I know you and I see you, I lean to the side and I say, hey man, I don't know these niggas. Straight up, man. Listen, I also want to talk about this, man. Listen, we've been on the low vibrational shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? We've been on a lot of low vibrational shit, you know, for the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, to participate. You know what I'm saying? All the keyboard crips, blogging bloods, mouse pad mobsters. But I want to talk high vibrational right now, man. Check this out. Man, Korea plans on building an underwater base by 2027. Is America behind or is Asia on the brink of another dynasty, bro? That's what I want to know.
Light movers. Man, Japan got streets that light up. No little nowhere, man. Like, the shit they kids know. The shit that us at 40 years old don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, hey, man, it's different, man. It's different. Even with the whole TikTok situation, like what's in our algorithm is not available, but they're not learning to dance. Nah, brother, they learn the martial. So for them to be able to build an underwater, and they ain't the only thing I seen, man. They got drones disguised as like sharks and shit. Like they got so much technology, man, because them people really sit down, like Jody told me to do, sit down and focus, right? Like they really get to the task and they don't get up off of it till it makes sense, man. And it's a show, it's a show on Hulu. I can't remember the exact name, but it got parent in it. So I want y'all to look for it. Just type in parent. But they trying to figure out who was the best parent. So they got an interracial couple. They got an all black couple, an all white couple. They got an Asian couple. This is on season 1. They got different couples, right? And so the kids, you know, they're young. And so they kind of like go by like, well, what's going on? Like, what do they know? Now, they didn't give the Asian couple, they didn't win. They gave it to the interracial couple, which we know why they did, you know. Because they let their child be free spirited, right? The child don't know shit. But look, this Asian couple, Man, they child at 9 can speak 18 languages, was self-sufficient, knew how to cook for themselves, knew how to clean, knew how to, did jiu-jitsu, like learned all the different martial arts, straight A student, went to school even on Saturdays. The reason this family lost because they said, oh man, they want to allow this kid to be a kid. My question is, what does that even mean? Do you feel like letting your child wake up on Saturday morning? Because we did it. Wake up early Saturday morning, eat cereal, and watch cartoons. Do you feel like that child is more advanced than the child that has to grow up, not necessarily pay bills early, but just having to grow up, having to understand, like, hey man, look, life is not a game. Who's more the advantage in life?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The kid that actually went through I'm gonna say the necessary steps, because that child was trained specifically to understand that weekends were to push him a little bit further. You get what I'm saying? And it's gonna make that type of person is gonna excel even further. Now, here's another thing: hard
Hold
work.
up. The parent test. That's what it's called. Anybody, man, when you get a chance,
Mhm,
watch it. It's on Hulu.
mhm.
The parent test. It originally come on ABC, but you can watch it on Hulu. It's called the parent test, and they get all these. They even got gay couples. They got two gay dudes raising the kid. This child so far behind. Hey man, shout out to that Asian couple. I don't even know their names, man. But my man daddy didn't play. Didn't play. Hey, disciplinarians, the whole nine. They child 18 languages, man.
Shout out to him, man.
You want to tell me about some goddamn cartoons and series, man.
Listen, it's so funny you kicked on something. As far as them pushing that child, see, and you got to understand culture and condition under history. A lot of our parents asked us what we wanted to do. A lot of their family structure last name tells you what you're gonna do. That's what the difference is of having options versus having these options. What do you want to do versus what you're gonna do? Make your choice, pick, you know what I'm saying? And then here's that thing when we talk about off the record, that paralysis by analysis. That's why when we think that we have the best options, we really don't. That what those specific Asians ask their child is, how much money do you want to make? Instead of saying, what do you want to do in school? Because now I can point you in the right avenues, in the right
Right.
direction to figure out how much that child wants to make. Okay, well, you need to do this to make this amount of money. Because the object is, and shout out to Jason Black, is turning $1 into two, turning $2 into $4, $4 into $8, $8 into $16. That's what you're supposed to be. They actually scale their children. Shout out to that movement that I always put on there, scale up. They're looking at, okay, well, we're going to start out with year one at this job. Okay, how are we going to transition? And then guess what that did? You worked a job at McDonald's and then you became an entrepreneur. You realized exactly what you wanted to do. Guess what? Me scaling up wasn't going to get it at McDonald's. I had to get out here, figure some things out, deal with some businessmen, go to a few lunches, go to a few seminars, go look at some people that had more than me. And then I figured this shit out my goddamn self.
And then, it's a thing. The way my mind works, I don't broadcast it a lot, but I never stopped going to seminars. Like, check this out, man. One thing about it, people don't value mentorship, right? So, and they should. We spend a lot of money on material things, but you should get into some mentorship programs. You should get around people who have what you trying to who you trying to get. See, most people look at this shit like, ah man, that's a scam. Them people selling some shit, they trying to whoop the whoop. In reality, no, these people actually have something. They've done it, and they're trying to give you a land. You know what I'm saying? I get some people all in it for a money grab, but you do have to realize, even in a money grab, these people are somewhat successful. You need to figure out how you get the game to win. It's not one successful person I know that don't have a mentor. You get what I'm saying? Or multiple mentors. You're gonna have to go to it. Man, a lot of times I hear these workshops, they be having like the flip the houses workshops that come through free seminar, shit like that. Anything that's free, I'm there. Count me in. Me and my partner, man, my partner Ricky, we went to like that shit, man, and we just go and listen. Over time, yeah, you're gonna have to initially end up paying for something. But the thing is, I always walk away with something. Like, man, damn, like that's tough because nothing is different between me and that person. You get what I'm saying? The only thing is they took the risk. They did it. They got the knowledge. We don't want to pay for the knowledge. See, we want the knowledge for free. The instant somebody put a price on the knowledge, it's like, oh, no. Which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, man, you know what I noticed? I was just on the plane, just yesterday. Black people was on there playing Roblox. They was on the, playing, the Monopoly Go, game, shit like that, right? When I look around, even the white people who had laptops and handheld devices, it was books. You know what I'm saying? It was information. You know what I'm saying? Information. Like, that's the thing, man. Like, we got to get to the point where we value information. Because the information that we do value, a lot of times it's some bullshit. It's who shot John, who fighting over this, who did this. Oh, girl, you heard about such and such. Imagine if you put that same energy into learning something that you can really pass down and trickle down to your kids and grandkids. If your grandchild came to you today and said, "Hey man, granddaddy man, how can I whoop the whoop?" Like, most people are gonna say, "Oh, go in there and go Google it." Man, because they don't have no insight about it. Man, this is no excuse now. It used to be in the street back in the day. They hid books from us. There's no excuse now. Everything is literally at your fingertips. You can type it in. You can watch video, YouTube. It's so much information. You should want to cram yourself in everything.
Man,
Everything, man. Everything, dog.
You just reminded me something, and this is how I knew. My mom took me to the seminar. It's so funny you talk about seminars. I was about 15 or 16 when I got to got introduced into Robert Kiyosaki and his books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I owned those books as well as a kid. Right. And that helped formulate exactly who I was in learning finances and different things like that. And I do have a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to say, shout out to my boy Ryan Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Who trades commodities and stocks. You know what I'm saying? I learned about the stock game. I own stock now. So a lot of those things were put into me early, and it also has to do with your environment. And guess what? What I learned is your environment offsets a lot of things. When your education is limited in the household, so will you be. So guess what? If nobody's thinking outside the box, you're going to stay inside the box, especially with the leadership that you have. But nonetheless, of what me gathering the information that I have over the years, that has allowed me to trickle that down to my daughter. So like this next weekend, I'm fixing to get ready to pay her $100 solid just for a few words to come out of her mouth, just to accent on the top of the podcast. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving her these opportunities to be able to come to the forefront, to put her stamp on life early, to say, "Hey, man, I already did something." Check out. You hear that talking in the beginning of that? Oh, that's me right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my stamp.
Right.
And me just learning, guess what? There are so many things that I've learned from you. I had to set my ego aside. A lot of the things of how I formulated this program is due to the fact of me changing things. I had to literally restructure, re-edit some things about who I was as a person in order for this thing to flow. And so that's a lot of times our egos get involved. Our egos are the ones is the main thing that does not allow us to learn. And if you don't know something, it's okay, because guess what? You're in the process of it. A dumb question is a dumb question you just don't ask. But me just traveling and meeting people and uniting with certain people, man, they have a vast area of knowledge, and damn it, I want in, and damn, I'm not afraid to ask no goddamn question.
Right. So what you always say, it's not about ego.
It's how we go. Straight up. Really.
You know, that'll go up over a lot of people's heads, man. The thing is, we are such a competition mindset, man. It's no togetherness. It don't have to be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, you good at math, I'm good at science. He good at social studies. He good at English. He good at whatever. Hey, look, let's put it together, man. What we come up with? You see what I'm saying? Like conglomerates. Like people really need to look into that. Conglomerates, baby. Now, that's clear as that. Like coming together, building the empire, building infrastructure. Niggas are so caught up on getting out the mud. I did it by myself, self-made. All these hammers sound good, but in reality, man, that ain't where it's at, baby. Nah, it's not where it's at. Hey, man, it's dudes going in the bank getting $10 million loans because they had a business plan, not because they were credit numbers. They had a business plan that made sense. Hey, man, look, I didn't get it on my own. I went to the bank, they gave me this, and now I'm worth $300 million. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just want to be able to say, oh, yeah, like, and it's something JD said to put everything in perspective. Would you rather own 100% of $100 or 10% of a bid?
Come on, dog.
And I think it just stems from us being enslaved and stuff like that. We want to feel like we took our power back. Just like with rape victims, shit like that, former abuse victims, they feel like they have to do something and like to take their power back, even if they got to take it out on the next person if they weak. But in actuality, man, like that's not the case. Hurt people actually hurt people. You need a time to a team. You need to build something. You need to come with a group. You need to make something happen, man. And just us as a people, that's what we need to do. That's the foundation Malcolm was trying to lay down versus what was just saying, hey, let's just go into their system. Let's go with the flow. Versus he was like, nah, let's put our own shit in place. Notice, gas prices could be $1, they could be $6. You never hear about people in Chinatown complaining about nothing because they don't support theirs regardless. They going to their own personal stores. They going to that man. Hey, check this out. I went to go fuck with Johnny the other day. Johnny died, huh? So when I exited the freeway, like exited in turn. When I looked at the sign, I see just Chinese nothing, right? And I said, damn, you got damn right. I don't know what the fuck that shit say, none of that. But say, man, in the fourth largest city, these people got street signs in Chinese. Nigga.
Come on, dog, man. When you go down there to Bel Air,
in Chinese, nigga. Hey, look, if I was stranded at a flat tire, I couldn't tell nobody where I was at. But
man.
nigga, that's a snap, nigga.
Hey, that's an impact. And it's funny that you bring that up because I think, like you said, which it's an entirety of just looking at the mindset and the mental capacity of being able to handle those things. That pride is what's activated with us due to the condition of our history. When we talk about doing it on our own and getting it out the mud, they've already adapted this word that nobody talks about. Is called nepotism. They've already adapted by having a rite of passage, by passing things down of a value so that you could start off the next generation even further than what this generation is. See, what I've learned is in the process of understanding a family structure, when that man has worked his life, it's a certain level of investment that he's not willing to take or break on behalf of anybody outside their family structure. And that's what the Asians have learned. That's what the Patel last name family does. That's what the Smith last name does. When you look at the Beers and all of these people, they are contracted with their last name behind resources. You can see the tangibles versus us understanding the significance of just saying, I got it out the mud. Man, these folks, like you said, already got millions of dollars being loaned to them, bro. It's a networking thing. Man, let
Right.
me tell you something. To any black person, and I'm saying this, and I want you to hear me when I say this, there is no nobility in being poor. There is no nobility in being a poor single mother. There is no nobility in being poor, period. You don't get no motherfucking stripes for that shit. Get out of that mentality. Being poor, there is no fucking merit badge. You supposed to be able to have that moniker. Shout out to 50 Cent. Get rich or die trying, bro. And guess what? It also takes sacrifice. All those times that you thought that you wanted to go out and you wanted to hang out with your partners on a Saturday, you should be putting your, even if it takes your 8 hours of you not being able to drink or have fun on that Saturday, you should be putting your fucking business plan together. You should be orchestrating everything that you say that you want. You should be actually putting it on paper, being able to execute month by month, week by week, date by date, executing, anticipating losses like they're a part of the plan. That's what you should be doing. Don't sit there and talk about it, be about it, because at the end of the day, 1 ounce of talk, let me rearrange that. 1 pound of doing is more, way than 30,000 pounds of talk, bro.
I didn't want to know. And again, like I said, it's not under attack. This is more so waking up. Other than the recipe for the mac and cheese and the beach cobbler and the sweet potato pie, shit, you know that whole no wait for you, right? Uh, what's the family heirloom you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the family heirloom? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, man, it amazes me, man. People could tell you what their great granddad did. So that's what my granddaddy did. Then it trickled down. Well, my dad, he tried to do this, but then he came into the family business. And then that's how I'm here now. And then, 30 years, I'll be passing this down to my son. Like, to some people that look at that like, oh man, it's no excitement in it. Man, it's a lot of excitement in it, man. You know what I'm saying? To go back to know that you're going back centuries and decades to say like, yeah, like this was our stamp on the world. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
it's
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take you another step even further too. What you just said. When we look at where we are in 2025, as far as in terms of family structure, when was the last time you heard the word grandfather? Pawpaw house.
it ceased to exist. It's always my mom, Gigi, or some shit like that, man. Grandpa was an afterthought. You will hear about uncle before you hear about grandpa, dog.
Oh man, say that one more time, man.
You hear about uncle before you hear about grandpa.
And just so we can understand this too, I want to say this, and I know this might be a little bit of off topic, but you can tell how rich we are even in divorce, right? When people are sitting there fighting over finances, the first thing they doing is they trying to take everything and hoard everything. After they've been afforded in the same house with a man or a female, they've been afforded a lifestyle of comfortability. And what ceases to amaze me about those situations, even in divorce, the first thing they want to do is take all that they possibly can from a person. But I understood that it's just not about that one particular person in court. A lot of times, a lot of these families come together on the strength of poorness. And a lot of times, sometimes those young men, or those young women come into a certain level of money, and what ends up happening is that family that they have left, that you're supposed to leave and cling to your husband and wife, they are actually riding on the coattails. And what they want to do is they want to be able to hoard as many resources as possible because they know it on their family side that they ain't got shit going. So what they'll do is they'll say, well, yeah, we know that they was the breadwinner. Try to take them for everything and all the things that they got. So you can actually tell at the end of a divorce whose family structure was probably the richest and who was the poorest. And it ain't just about finance. It's about the education. It's about the mindset. And it's about the overall structure of how that family went. And guess what? It could be the mama telling them to go get the bread. It could be the daddy telling them to go get the bread because you came from descendants of being poor, bro. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being poor because you could climb out of your economic decline. But however, I'm saying this, notice when that person breaks up, the first thing that gets broke down is the finances. It ain't the love, it ain't the sacrifice, it ain't none of those
Yeah,
things.
no. Yeah, they'll divide the love. And when you get married, it's for the love, but they don't divide the love when you get divorced. They divide the money. But hold on, bro. I'm gonna say something you just said. Watch the Kardashians and then watch the Braxtons. You tell me what the difference is.
Man, dog, the structure and the mindset of that family is so completely different, man. They are more at odds with money than they did when they was poor.
And check it though. Both empires are led by women. You got the mama over there with the Braxton, but you got Chris over here who still the daddy laid the foundation before he died, and then Bruce, before he made his transition, it still was a certain level to even the drama that they might show them arguing every now and then or some shit like that. It's never done really real though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they focus on bad. Hey, we could close and this deal, we doing this deal. Hey, Kylie a billionaire, Kim a billionaire. This one a model, the top model in the world. Chloe been married. Like, it's a whole lot of shit going on, right? Versus with the Braxtons. Oh, it's a whole lot of mudslinging. To what Birdman had to come on there. What he had to tell them people, bro?
Man, that man said whatever's going on in our business is our business. I don't give a fuck personally about y'all business. And guess what? He asked her right in front of her family, is you taken care of? You got everything good? Are you smiling? All right then, stay out of our motherfucking business.
But you see what I'm saying? The shit we like to focus on versus what really matters. They closing billions of dollar deals, right? Over here they arguing about some bullshit. Man, shout out to Ben, man. What was his name? What was his name? The big dude she was married to Bench.
Yeah,
He ended up taking jail in the end, man.
yeah,
That's where you fucked up, man, right?
man. I say this to say this to everybody, man, and just so you can understand the conditioning. What you just talked about was epigenetics. In the epigenetics, when you're born into chaos, then that's pretty much no matter what if that baby is born into chaos, no matter what you do, that baby is going to function off the environment. So that's why they say when that child is in the womb, that is the most important process of that child being born. See, when that child is listening to Mozart and you reading to that child is absorbing everything from the primordial soup to structure that child's DNA structure because they're taking on traits. That's why it's so important. And you said something that was so big when you said about actually understanding who you procreate with, who you understand, because those DNA traits of postpartum syndrome, paranoid schizophrenic, all of these things play an intricate part with the mate that you actually get ready to get with, bruh. And people don't understand why you sitting there watching your child bang their head on the concrete or banging their head against this goddamn sheetrock, and then when you ask the child what's his favorite color and he says four, then you got to understand the significance about who you procreate with. How that child eats. You can look at it, man. When you come out of a family of obesity, when you come out of a family that people heavy on the seasonings, coming out of that, you already passing down generational curses even before you know it, bro.
And that's what I said. The family heirlooms, right? And then you gonna say, "Oh, not everybody just big in our family." No shit. Y'all like, you know what I'm saying? No, of course, y'all.
Modern day clumps.
You see what I'm saying? No, but that's the shit. That's the shit they get pushed on us. That's the shit they think is live.
Man,
Y'all know grandma ain't supposed to be eating no salt. Y'all see when she had to got one leg cut off. Y'all gonna let the other leg get cut off? You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
come
Like,
on,
come
man.
on, man, what we doing, man? Like,
I,
what are we doing? And we still gonna eat chitlins and hot balls on.
listen to me, dog. Listen to me, man.
Hey, man, bro, throw it in the trash can, man. Just throw it away, man. Hey, man, people ain't even really celebrating Black History Month this year. Hey, man, it's yeah, 'cause it's to that point now, man. Just hey, man, what I want to say, just cut the show, man.
Cut the show. Man, listen.
Cut the show, dog.
You know, but you know what though? It takes us to keep it alive, bro. And the reason why I say that is because it's more people that don't give a fuck that do, but it's gonna be somebody that catch their ear and they see what we doing and they seeing what we bring to the forefront. As you can see, when we had technical difficulties, when we started really building, when it comes to our in-depthness as Black culture, the first thing they want to do is scramble the signal, do all this type of stuff, man, because these jewels that we have not been heard. And a lot of times when we have listeners that are chiming in, or tapping in for the first time, they're like, wow, I would have never thought about it like that. Or I never would have heard this perspective. I haven't even learned this from my parents. And you know what I'm saying? And now we're fathers and we're trying to pass these same things down to our kids too. And that's why I say iron sharpens iron. There may be some things that I'm not an expert on as far as parenting that I can get from you. Same thing for me. And that's what the key ingredient is. We building kingdoms. We're not just out here just playing around and goofing around for the sake of goofing around. We really trying to learn some things, figure some shit out,
Right.
learn across the way and fail on a couple of missions. Hey man, what do I need to do with this? Or what do you think of this? That's what makes the Black culture thrive, and that's what Black excellence is. Because I ask the average person these days, what is Black excellence? And can you name what you see and can identify as Black excellence? I don't know, because the only thing that I can see as Black excellence is in my inner circle. And as bad as I hate to say it, it should be outside the circle.
Free Black, man. Free Black.
Man, come on now, one more time, man, bro. Let me tell you something, man. We gotta get our boy out, man. We gotta get
Release
this,
my body abundance, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. One time, Black, man.
oh man.
Mr. Nelson Mandela himself, man.
Listen. Remember you said it gotta not make sense in
Yeah,
order for
man.
it to make sense. Guess what? We had to find somebody that was all the way out the way, man, and put it all in perspective about life, right? So as I went about my daily comings and goings today, bro, and I thought about this show, and I thought about how people can read paperwork back and forth, but they don't understand nothing about the Bible back and forth. Big Meech about him ratting has more coverage than a person actually trying to find salvation and trying to actually change their life and structure it for the better, bro. That lets you know. That lets you know right there the priorities is already mixed and fucked in the situation, bro.
Facts.
So,
And that's what I'm saying. That's what this community does, folks. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what this community does to focus on. Man, the white people, they believe white collar crime, they can tell them niggas like it's like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, cool, whatever. It's like we focus too much on the bullshit, man. Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's so easy to get a nigga tripped up on bullshit. We on the way to $1 million deal. Two hoes that broke out fighting in the middle of the street. Stop the car. Let's get out of the car. Somebody starts shooting you. You got shot in the hip. Then you can't go get the million. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas get caught up on that shit. Like you just can't just stay the course, man. Like what is, man? I really need to know, man. And what is it with these gas stations? Everybody like hanging. No, man. What's the regulation?
man, listen. I had a question. Listen to me, dog. I had a question,
Man, why do you got gas stations so much, man?
bro. It's something about the gas station, and I got another question. Why is it that when they go in the gas station, they always take pictures by the sodas.
I don't understand that. But listen, is it something about the lights that when they buy the sodas in the soda section? Is it something that the light hit different or something, bro? Because I need to know. You feel me? Like, is it a better light? Is it like a vanity light or something? Like
Hey,
you
man.
on the big stage or something? Because I don't get it.
The chicken though. The A-Rounds who own the gas stations, they just be looking like, they be dressed down, regular car, they just be thinking they head. Like, man, for real. You really put that shit on to go to the gas station.
I guess it's a job of some sort. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a job for you to get fresh and go to the gas station, bro. Because, and the reason why I say this is because I don't know. Maybe that's the staple of where I don't know. Maybe that's just the staple of where everybody goes and can be known at. That's the only thing I can say about that situation, man. And shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, pump their gas and go. But nah, man, listen to me. Listen to me.
All right, Rob, that done done it again.
See when we start talking,
And it
every
happened
time
again.
we start talking,
I'm signing out anyway, man. It's midnight. I'm finna head out. But yeah,
man.
they done cut your sign out again.
Oh man, see what I'm saying, man. Listen, we gonna have to go when they sleep, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.